Good afternoon, Bob, Trade Genius, 31st of May. And what a crazy, crazy, crazy day. So, yesterday I pointed out free trade to you guys to get into some FAS puts, and they would have paid you handsomely from the open. So, you even had a couple minutes to even get your trade set before the plunge in financials. And so, um, it's I think it's just beginning for the financials. I mean, J.P. Morgan warned. I mean, these banks are in big trouble. I mean, if the Fed raises rates 2 weeks from now, it's the head scratcher of all head scratchers. Things are just imploding around us. The home sales fell again, and auto loans are now they're starting to reduce them, and that means auto sales are going to get reduced because people who have cars, I mean, want cars have cars. People need to finance cars, and the only way they were getting financing them was to offer some pretty dodgy loans that are going to come back to haunt them. But anyway, keep an eye on this. We're still holding those puts, and they're up nicely, and I think we're going to make some good coin on that. SPY was so funny. It sold out at the open on the JP Morgan news, but then the robots kicked in. Somebody pointed out to me in the last 12 weeks the market has moved 12 points. I mean, it's just ridiculous. I mean, it's becoming a caricature that there must be just panic in the streets in central bank land, if they try to find real price discovery here. And like I said, I think what's happening is they're holding price up so they can continue this mirage of things are going well, so they can raise interest rates so they can get some more money into the banks. But I don't think it's helping. JP Morgan reported a revenue miss, okay? A revenue miss. That'll reverb. That means they're not selling product, they're not doing loans, they're not getting the spread, their investment business is drying up, their trading business is drying up. I mean, we're coming to a nexus here. Be interesting to see. I don't think it ends well. And I've been telling everybody, especially my subscribers, that you got to hold something short. Even if you think things are all as well, you got to have something short, because I think we're going to wake up one day with a lock limit down. Something's going to happen somewhere. And you need to have something, even if your portfolio is long, you need to have something short. And I always recommend, I got IWM puts on all the time, because I think that's the weak sister. And you need to do that. And overnight, be very careful being short oil, being short gold, or being short volatility, because if something happens, they'll spike those. Even though oil sucks, they'll still spike those, because we don't know what's going to be the event. If Iran and Saudi Arabia trade missiles, well, guess what? Oil's going up $10, like that. And if you're short, you're dead. So, and if you short futures like I do, you need to make sure that you have some sort of an escape plan, because it'll be painful. The VIX, they grinded it down, but still is positive today. GDX, a nice little surprise. They pushed it down hard, and then it came up and went green. So I just said I think people are not buying it. They know that the Fed is done, and they have to reduce the value of the dollar, and they may have to go to QE. And I think we're going to see over the next 2 weeks. By the end of June, GDX will be much higher than it is right now. And and like I said, my charts, we're consolidating here, and that price is not moving down. And usually they can kill the miners. They're not able to do it anymore. Okay, IWM. I think this is again, dead can't bounce. Reload, getting the shorts, and the guys that use the day trading money machine were short going into this open on IWM, and they caught that whole move at options. So some of these guys made a lot of money today on IWM. Same with oil, that went really well. And tonight's the last night we're doing a half off sale, so you better grab it while it's cheap. because the price is going to double overnight, and I'm probably going to raise the price at the end of June. So from even the new price. So anyway, it's just working very, very well. People are making a lot of money with the signal. Apple, slow grind down. Still like to see us below that 150, but it's just like impossible for them to let anything go. There has to be just robots. There must be some low tech robots out there just buying. But I don't understand the purpose. To be honest with you, are they really making money? Or even the Federal Reserve, it's in their own best interest to engineer some sort of sell-off so they don't lose control. I mean, this thing is building up like a pressure cooker. His XIV was actually down today. It was down more, but I'm staying away from it until we get a good sell-off. XLE, a little end of the day bump here. I'd love for this thing to come back up some so we can short it again. They never really recovered on XLK. GXJ was flat. GLD was up nicely today. Nugget, nice recovery. I have dust puts. I rolled mine out from 29 to 28 for the next week, the following week, when it plunged below 29. UCO, I think oil, we're going to either we bounce a little bit more tomorrow or we roll back over again. We had the biggest quote unquote draw since last September, and oil still down 2%. Real estate flat. UNG, I think it looks like it might be finding a little bit of a bottom here. We'll see. But any rallies here, I think, are shortable now. There's dust. Dust is going to just keep falling. This is another one you just want to keep rolling out if you can. So V was up 7 yesterday, down 8 today. But trend is higher. Looks like a little bit of a bear flag to me for biotech. I think they use this today to help try to lift the market to even. The Amazon trade kind of fell away today. Nobody has any money. Nobody's buying houses now either. So no cars, no homes, no credit card, no restaurants, no retail. What the hell people are spending their money on? Rent, healthcare, taxes, food. It makes for a very miserable population. And so I think it's gonna break. It's not gonna just drift. This thing's still stair-stepping down. I don't know what the heck's wrong with Mosaic. I'd like for it to get a bottom though, because I want to get back in it. Here's First Majestic. We're in it, full position, not worried about it. SCO. Here's our friend Oil, just bounced up to VWAP. That's it. ERX, we had a great trade a week or so ago on it. Now let it resettle and jump back in short. We're in Wheaton Precious Metals, and just going to hold it. Sold some calls against my positions. Sold some puts against hopefully a new position. And just kind of waiting to see when silver starts to move. Silver up, interest rates down, Silver Wheaton or Wheaton Precious Metals Corp will fly. Okay, we got out of our TWM today. Nice profit on that pop. Glad we did. And I'll look at the reload here shortly. UUP, drip the same as ERX. I think Boyle's done. DBA grinding back higher. We got our full position. I think as the stock market relents, food prices will go up. There was a really interesting article about high food prices cause government instability. No kidding. And this is the thing I think that screws up the central banks, because they're not going to be able to print money if people, if they're importing food and food prices go up. That's what the Arab Spring was all about. That's what the rice riots were all about. And it usually kills stock markets. So just keep an eye on DBA and JJG. It'll help you understand when the Fed's going to run out of room. Coffee back down again. Amazing. Here's cold. So I'm not too sure if there's something to short. I think natural gas still is going to keep falling, so I'm not too of a hurry to chase this one. But it's so illiquid that it's almost not worth chasing. I think there's another one I'm going to find out. I'll put it tomorrow. There's another natural gas. It's not a leverage one, but it might be good for puts. I think it's FCG, I think it is. You got FXY. They pushed the yen down, trying to get some lift to the market. And so they might be cycling this thing down. So we may see some further move in the market. We'll see. Just amazing. That's all we have left is these leverage pushes. They eventually get us nowhere. They're just trying to create some sort of oscillation in the market. We back down to 680. If it gets to 650, buy. Okay, here we kind of locked up. Bear with me 1 second. So corn was actually up today, and then we had the VIX obviously pushed down. Sugar, this might be worth a shot here because it's just so sold off. May get down to 31 yet, but something to think about. So if they do try to lift the markets tomorrow, BIS puts are flashing a sell signal. So you might want to think about BIS 28 puts. Something to think about. This thing moves. If they get biotech on a roll, then this will fall pretty hard. So I'm going to take a good hard look at BIS puts for the morning. Still waiting on SILJ. JJG still just grinding away. Not going anywhere really. Can't get much lower because grain prices are really at places where farmers can't farm. Got the VIX, 1066. You got the VVIX, and then we had the bond yields are falling again, 2.19% for a 10-year. I mean, the bond market is telling us that the stock market is screwed, and they're still holding it up. And you're going to make a lot of money short going along the bond market already, just FYI. And I think we're going to get down to 2%. I told you this a long time ago. Look for 21.00 or even 20 on TNX here in the next 60 to 90 days. And then refinance your house, because that's probably the last shot you're going to ever get. And I think that's it. So you guys have a good one. We'll catch you tomorrow. This is Bob from Trade Genius signing off, and have a great night. Bye-bye.